It's the Panthers and the Lions, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL Finals is at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gaudin with my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, you look alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. They come in just in an absolute free fall, losers of 7 in a row.
And this is where you turn to your best players and look at them and say, can you guide us out of this? We've got to be better than what we've shown.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. We see Carolina's offense getting set for their first possession here. And at quarterback, his second season with the Panthers, Sam Darnold. Darnold looking to start with a pass. Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his second season as a Lion. After the interception, here's Goff. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Tell me I didn't just see these first 2 possessions. I mean, is this one of those cases of anything you can do, I can do
better?
Maybe not better, huh? Worse? Yeah, just a little bit. Very sloppy start. I think maybe a case of the nerves for both teams.
And now we're back to an even playing field. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. A check on the numbers last week for Hubbard. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Darnold. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 11 yards there, just like last play. First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Panthers had 5 and 9 on the year, and they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Darnold. And he's taken down inside the 30. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
And that's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Darnold on first down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Off of play action, Darnold. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future, and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. On 2nd and 9, Goff. He's got it. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jamison Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Darnold. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26. He got 29 yards that time. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. To throw again on second down. Goff throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lewis. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
As largely been the air attack that's gotten him down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Williams again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. 3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. Williams. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Darnold now to throw. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this the holiday season because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 50, it's gone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
He's airing it out for Williams. He rifles one that's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Darnold. That pass complete to Moore. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Meanwhile, Darnold's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Again, Darnold. That's caught. It's Shi Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, Darnold. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll drop that down to Hubbard. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well. Throwing again is Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here. Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Throw right side, complete to Williams. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. A first down throw, Darnold. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. And down he'll go at the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And incomplete on the deep ball. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now it's gone. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. Goff. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. So we are at halftime here on... All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a give up the middle to Williams. Room here to run. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Goff. It's caught on the right side. Williams. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jason Kabinda, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Off of play action, Darnold on the move to his left. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards, first down. A give, running right, it's Hubbard. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So their task a little bit more difficult now, 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They're going forward with the option right. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Moore, the man in motion. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense set to take over. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give that sack to Kobe Dean. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker, because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They'll roll him out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter play. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 25 on second down, Darnold looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Marshall. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Darnold to Marshall there, first down Panthers. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
74 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. Darnold. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Darnold now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Faking the give, Darnold. That's going to be caught. It's Shenault. Touchdown. LaVisca Shenault. 26 yards. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. So Darnold and the Panthers now down 24-17. 50 seconds to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Here's Darnold. His throw incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Darnold to throw. And caught by Tremble. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put... Now Darnold. Finding Moore on the out route for the completion. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Darnold now to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he's in for a touchdown with the clock reading triple zeros. And the extra point, if they hit it, will send this thing to overtime. Now for the all-critical extra point. And he's got it. No problems there. The extra point up and... So the Lions, now they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, in overtime, I think coaches always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
To throw again on second down. Goff. And that nearly picked off. Oh, that would have been a big INT here in overtime. Instead, they'll get another shot on third down. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Goff now looking to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Badgley able to punch this one through. And with it, they have taken the lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. 121 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Right back to Hubbard. And some room to work. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. So a little chunk there on 1st as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get 1st downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Now Darnold with his first throw of OT. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. A great game, Carter. Spectacular finish. They needed at least a field goal to keep the game alive. They do one better. They get it in the end zone and end it.
And I don't know about you, but I'm worn out. That type